Hey guys, thanks for watching Dave's Running Rampage. I'm sorry about the lack of videos the last couple of days, but I've been pretty busy. But now I got some good material coming up for you this week that I hope you'll enjoy. So this is something that really irks me. And today we're going to talk about something that really just grinds my gears because I do it all the time and I just think to myself like, what am I doing? And that is, stop being a Fuddy Duddy. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So there's two people we need to blame in this scenario. The first person is you. We need to blame you. And the reason we need to blame you, or let's just say for purposes, me too, because it's us. We have to blame ourselves. Let's just say ourselves, okay? So we got to blame ourselves in this scenario. And the reason we have to blame it is because we're always looking for something different. We're always looking for something new, exciting, fun, fabulous, whatever. We're always looking for something that'll give us that edge, that'll give us that new feeling, that'll reinvigorate our running, and that'll change our lives forever. And you know what? I've only had one thing completely and utterly change my life, and that was James Cameron's Avatar. Hey lad, James Cameron, king of the planet. So James Cameron changed my life. Running shoes have never changed my life. However, I had a couple pairs of running shoes, one or two pairs that I really found that just really worked for me. And I was always looking for something else. And you know what? I always was disappointed because A, I either wasted money on a new pair of shoes that I probably will never use again, and B, I get up injured because I'm wearing shoes that just don't work for me. So if I were you, and if you found a pair of running shoes that you like, I would just buy a bunch of them. I'd buy like 2 or 3 pairs. Because you know what? The second person we're going to blame in this scenario could possibly redevelop the shoe completely or discontinue it, which means that you're going to be left. I will anyway. So it's obvious who we're going to blame next. The second person we're going to blame is the running shoe company. And I love running shoe companies. Don't get me wrong, running shoe companies are great because you know what? They're actually one of the only businesses that have a mutual, sort of business plan. Like they succeed because you succeed. They do well because you love their shoes and you do well because you love their shoes. It's like a win-win. You give them some money, they, whatever. They're great. I love running shoes, but sometimes I'm just like, running shoes company dudes, son, nah. Because what we do is we rely on their marketing and their advertising and all their new technologies. But if you ever sit down and read some actual scientific studies, that none of these technologies are really that, they're really not that important. So a lot of the things that these technologies are saying, there's no scientific proof that they actually work. And now I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm saying that there's not that much proof. And what I'm also saying is the marketing campaigns is they tell you, oh, you need this new thing. This new thing, you need it. You watch Mad Men. You've seen Don Draper go, oh, I'm stoic in my life. I cheat on my wife. I hate my children. I have really good ideas and I make mistakes, but no one does me because I'm Don Draper. We've all seen Mad Men. I love that show. It's great. It absolutely has no plot line. It goes nowhere, as with most AMC shows, as per The Walking Dead, because The Walking Dead, literally, we started here the season, we're back here. I'm getting off track. Anyway, I love both those shows. Anyway, AMC, if you want to, I love AMC. But anyway, stop running shoes, because, a lot of the times they'll discontinue the shoe. Like with Brooks, they discontinued the launch. They just brought it back, but a lot of people like that shoe. Or a lot of people like shoes that they had prior, and then they make these drastic changes to them. And that's not just one running company. That's all of them. They make these drastic changes, and it's just like, come on, man. People like these. People rely on these shoes. People rely on you. Why are you making it? They want to revolutionize all the time. They always want to change the game. Well, you know what? I think changing the game really should be, going against the grain and sticking with what works for people. Does that sound so bad, running companies? So in essence, you and the running shoe companies need to stop being Fuddy Duddies. Because if it ain't broke, why are you trying to fix it? Okay? James Cameron. King of the planetary universe of millenniums, James Cameron. It makes sense, doesn't it?